Hello and welcome aboard WhalePod to another episode of Pokemon Violet. As you can see, we have our sandwich-powered lizard bike here, giving away that it is indeed Violet and not Scarlet. We are now, as our levels might tell you, in the post-game, and our next destination is indeed Area 0. So let's go ahead and see what's different about the Great Crater of Paldea between Scarlet and Violet. Now, the Zero Gate open at last. Hey, over here. This is the Zero Gate. It was made so researchers could try to observe the inside of the Great Crater of Paldea. What folks call Area 0. It's our ticket down into the crater. Oh, and speaking of the crater, you know that Pokemon of yours? The one I gave you? Area 0 is apparently where Miraidon was born, or something like that. Maybe it'll be happy that it can finally come back home. Not that I really care or anything. Anyway, our two new teammates should be waiting for us inside the Zero Gate. Guess we should head in. It should also be known that on this Violet playthrough here, the Path of Legends was the first storyline I crossed off, so I did get the whole, and Nemona's probably not going to be willing to join up with us unless one of us is on her level, and had to go finish Victory Road and Starfall Street. Starfall Street was the last one. I did 4 of the 5 star compounds after the other 14 badges. And actually, my 18th was the Dark Compound, because why not do him last? Because he's gonna be the weakest anyway. Whoa, kind of dark in here. Hola, Whale 2. Arven said there'd be tons of strong Pokemon, so here I am. Once she heard she'd get to battle awesome Pokemon, she was here in a second. You're an annoying little pest at the academy, but I guess you could come in handy for this. Spoken like a guy who wants to get beaten in a battle. But more importantly, why is it so dark? And where's the awesome Pokemon? Yeah, it is weird that the lights are off. Last time I was here, the electricity was up and running. But now... well, now the lights are on. But why? I turned them on. Seems like they were on power saving mode. I hacked into the system controls and overrode the settings. Oh, it's you, the kid with the fluffy Eevee bag. I guess. My name's Penny. Well, hey, we've never got to talk, actually. I'm Nemona. I'm in class 1A. You must be some kind of tech whiz. Do you like Pokemon battling, too? You talk, like, way too much. The director introduced us, so when you need someone good of tech, she's a no-brainer. Anyway, Penny here also agreed in a second when she heard it was to help Whale 2. I'm not really the adventuring type, but I owe you Whale 2, and I pay my debts. She's surprisingly old-fashioned like that. And of course everyone knows me, Arven. My loves include my Mobastiff and cooking and biometric identification in progress. Hello, Whale 2, I've been expecting you. And it seems you have gathered a group of formidable allies as well. Sorry, who are you? That's my dad. Probably. What? That's Professor Turo. Student ID number 805C1001. And Penny, student ID number 803B121. Oh, sorry, Nimona student ID number, what I just said, and Penny student ID number, what I just said. I thank you for coming. Of course, Professor. Oh my gosh, it's such an honor to meet you in person. Oh boy, are you in for a shock, Nimona. I mean, maybe not in person exactly. Okay, now you're getting warmer. Arven, did you, tell your dad about us? When would I have done that? To begin with, I'd like to ask you all to make your way down into the Great Crater of Paldea. You can reach the lower chamber using the elevator you can see to your right. Dad? Please proceed below. Are they not on good terms? Must not be. Wow, my immersion is broken already, making us take the red elevator instead of the clearly blue elevator over here. Wow, Game Freak. For shame. Biometric identification in process. Identity is confirmed. Access granted to lower level. Ooh, it opened for us automatically. Not quite. Looks to me like someone's controlling this thing remotely. Once you step through, you will be above Area 0. Well, you have brought Miraidon with you. Of course. I thank you for bringing it with you on your many adventures. If you utilize Miraidon's gliding capabilities, you should be able to descend into the depths to reach Area 0. What? Isn't there, like, an elevator or something? And wait, did you say Miraidon can fly? Such a worrywart, Penny. When you reach the bottom, I will get in touch once again. I hope your trip is uneventful. Railroading people into stuff, just like always. I can't wait to see what Pokemon live down in Area 0. Let's go! Don't you mean Van Moose? There, Nimona? That girl, is she, like, incapable of fear or what? I'm leaning more towards or what. Guess we'd better go too. Yeah, I think Nimona's just stupid when it comes to stuff like this. Fear doesn't play a factor into it. But then again, a brave individual shows no fear. A fool knows no fear. Well, too, we're ready for the worst. So I guess we know what Nimona is. She's a fool. Yeah, we're ready. Good, that's all we needed to hear. Get out of that Pokemon of yours and we'll be off. What's the matter with it? Scared of heights? That's what I'd say. Well, no wonder. But no need to be scared if we go together. How does that logic work? It doesn't. That's how. Get on! Yeah! And there's a thumbnail if we've ever seen one of me dangling off the back about to fall to my death. Now I'm back here again. I think I might have died once or twice there. Oh, you'd know if you died, Penny. Well, I don't know if you'd know, but we'd definitely know if you died. What's wrong? It's okay, bud. Ah, he's too chicken to walk around down here. It chose to go back in its ball. It's probably just hungry or something. Wait a second, where's the student council girl? What? She's gone? You don't think she... Everyone, you have to see this! Area Zero is amazing! Come on already! I guess your ability would be own tempo, huh? Ooh, burn! Biometric identification in progress. 4 humans identified. Condition satisfactory. Vital signs all within normal range. It appears you're able to make the descent without being harmed. Yeah, sure. Smooth sailing. Who could possibly complain about a landing like that? That is good. I had concerns you might fail, given the crudeness of the only available access method. I think your dad's sarcasm detector needs fixing. Penny knows what's going on here. In the future, even the Pokemon professors are robots. Ah, you were worried about us? That's so sweet! You should now make your way to me at the Zero Lab in the deepest part of Area Zero. However, the entrance of the lab is barred by 4 locks installed on the exterior, which I cannot unlock. 4 locks? On your way to me, you must visit 4 research stations that were constructed inside the crater. At each station, you will be able to disable one of the locks. Do so as you make your way down. I hope you will succeed. Yes, let's disable the 4 locks and get into that lab. Sounds kind of video gamey when you say it out loud, huh? Nimona, leave the 4th wall breaks to Deadpool, please. Come on, time to find a way to the deepest part of Area Zero. And we will be back at the first research station. I'm not even going to try and read off the scrolls way too fast, unvoiced conversation between the party as we descend. So, I'll see you at station number 1. We are nearing research station number 1, so let's proceed on camera from here. Lychee berry. I will amend what I said about bright powder being found in those glistening spots on the Scarlet descent into Area Zero. And yes, this is technically not the first location you can obtain a bright powder from. It is available for sale at the Delibird presence in Cascarafa, but this is the first area where you've been able to find it as an on-ground drop, either in a Pokeball or not. Oh, I bet that's what we're looking for. This must be one of the buildings the professor was talking about. Oh yeah, what were they called? Radish rations? Research stations. Well, I was close. Not even, Arven. Wow, you have such a great memory, Penny. What's great is my common sense compared to you lot, apparently. Burn! Penny's the fire type here. Yeah, what the heck is that? That's a Pokemon La Primera uses. I didn't know that species could be found in the Great Crater. Come on, Whale 2, let's take it on together. And we're gonna fight, well, the worst ace Pokemon in the history of champion teams. Sorry, Glamora, you're just more of a lead-off than an ace. Kilowattrel, I guess, is not exactly the best lead-off for going up against a rock type. And Nimona sending out her dumb Lycanroc. There's a better angle for viewing the action. Before we start brutally beating this piece of rock here, I'm gonna say that perhaps Glimmora is Geeta's ace because maybe Glimmora has a deeper connection to Area Zero than it would on the surface seem. Aside from being a Pokemon that lives in Area Zero, it seems to have an above average connection to the Terrestrial phenomenon, as if you want to craft additional Terra Blast TMs, the Glimmet drops dropped by Glimmora and its pre-evolution Glimmet are the only material that can be used to craft Terra Blast, and on top of that are, well, crystal shards dropped by these gem Pokemon. And the fact that this Pokemon with such a deep connection apparently to the Terrestrial phenomenon is a poison type should tell you something you need to know about the nature of terrestrialization. We're gonna Volt Switch out and bring out our car. And let Nimona get all the glory because her, you know, Doge thing here has itself some drill bits on it, apparently. It's level 70 for Kilowatt Roll, nice. Are there gonna be a lot more of these rare Pokemon down here, you think? You think that was something? Please, you've got no idea how terrifying Area Zero really is. Wow, patronizing much? Easy, you two. Let's just head inside the research station. So yeah, as you can probably guess from that little bit of theory crafting about Glimmora there, I've been going deep down the Scarlet and Violet DLC conspiracy rabbit hole with good old Pokatuber Tyranitar Tube. So, yeah, I've been watching a lot of his tinfoil hat theories, and a few of them do hold water. I do plan on once we return to Violet for the Scarlet, where we complete the Pokedex in the last episode of the series, which will require some use of co-op in order to evolve a Finizen. I'll go into a bit deeper theory, in particular about the past paradoxes. I gave my 2 cents about them fighting against the Titan Iron Treads, so I don't really know how much more there is to say on that. Wow, are these ancient ruins? They look far too recent for that. It appears you have reached the first research station without incident. This facility was constructed 87 years ago as a way station for those surveying Area Zero. So that's why there's a bed. Looks like we can use this place to rest up if we need to. Well, too, if you'd be so kind as to disable the first lock on the lab using that central panel. We're going to be exploring these labs a bit more. We've determined that this energy crystallization is linked to the being we call Redacted. The interlocking hexagonal plates that comprise Redacted's shell must somehow cause this phenomenon, which I've dubbed terrestrializing. Oh yeah, that's another theory that T-Tar goes into in his down the rabbit hole theories, is that Geeta, her signature Pokemon is Glimmora, because Glimmora is connected to the terrestrial phenomenon, and Geeta somehow either is the third legendary, the weird crystal disc Pokemon talked about in the Scarlet or Violet book in disguise, or some human who's been like touched by their power and is acting as like their emissary or avatar. Thanks to my prototype Terra Orb, I secured corporate funding for my research and made a laboratory in the lighthouse near Cabo Poco. Someday, though, I'll return to the crater and resume my study of these crystals. That book there is not readable. Yeah, that's one thing we missed in the Scarlet run-through is the diaries of the professor scattered in these stations. Do we want to press the button to disable one of the locks on the Zero Lab? Yes, we do. You heard the professor. Better unleash the rampaging AI locked inside the lab. Lock disabled. 3 of 4 locks are still active. Well done. Please continue your efforts at the remaining research stations. So I doubt these two books here will be any different between Scarlet and Violet, but I imagine some of the later ones might differ a little bit, so if that's the case, I might find a way to fit in going back to Area Zero and reading the books we missed on the first time, because I did not know they were interactable, because 99% of this game is not interactable. Now, we will be back at Research Station number 2. Stop staring at me, guys. It's getting a little creepy. Research Station number 2 is in sight. Let's go. I'm pretty sure there's a Halucha chasing me, so we can't exactly stick around. So far, we've had no interrupting giraffes on the trip down into the crater, so that's good. The second research station. About time, too. Phew. Let's head in and take a breather. I thought you'd have a bit more stamina, student council girl. I'm just full of surprises. That wasn't a compliment, you know. Hey, did I call it or did I call it? I'm pretty sure in one of my Scarlet episodes I said the iron bundle would be used in place of Screamtail. And here's an iron bundle. Hey, look, a Delibird. It's good to see some nice familiar Pokemon down here, too. Oh my gosh, so cute! What the? What? Well, too, it's battle time. Yes, we have swapped our very flamboyant duck into the lead here. Let's get a better viewing angle. There's the Umbreon. And it is a speedy little penguin. But not exactly very bulky. And my Quackaball is indeed life-orbed. And Ceruledge hit 70. Cool. Seriously, what was that? Darn thing scared me half to death. It was definitely kinda mechanical looking for a Delibird, wasn't it? No kidding. Come on, let's go inside already. One more jump scare like that and I'm done for. Alright, station number 2. What books do you have in store for us? 2 more, apparently. Well, this looks pretty much the same as the first research station. Seems like wild Pokemon don't come in here. We should be safe to catch our breath. Hey, seriously, what's with this place? That Pokemon. I've been wondering about that myself. I think maybe that Pokemon was one of these. Huh? What's that book? Monsters of Area Zero. As we descended further into Area Zero, we began to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokemon. Though we wondered if these compact, cruel beasts were indeed Pokemon at all. One of our team suffered a brutal blow from such a beast and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat for a time. A member of the survey team captured this photograph by chance. I noticed a passing resemblance to the Pokemon known as Donphan, yet differences such as its texture and the way it moves suggest it is biologically separate, to say nothing of its treads of iron. Monsters of Area Zero. So they aren't actually Pokemon? I don't really know. What do you think, Whale 2? I don't think they're regular Pokemon. Maybe. They definitely do look different, at least. And I've never seen any of them in a Pokedex either. I suppose the time has come for an explanation. Professor, channeling your inner Edelgard there, I see, Nimona. Another psychopath with a odd fixation on the main character. Some of the life forms that you see residing now within Area Zero are future Pokemon that lived in a distant day we have yet to see. Future Pokemon? What? That's awesome! Oh, come on. There's no way that's possible. The Zero Lab where I'm located contains a time machine. Pretty nonchalant revelation there, Turo. It summons the future Pokemon to this place. So the thing my dad spent forever researching down here, he actually got it working. Indeed, though the cost was catastrophic. The cost? But a time machine, you mean you can actually travel to and from the future? It is theoretically possible to travel to the future. However, for a being such as a human, it would not be possible to return to the present. Well, that's horrifying. Dad, you... Hey, Pokeball stuck in the floor. I'm pretty sure that's the Pokeball that your lead Pokemon's supposed to be in, because a couple of the scenes where that Pokeball shows up in the floor, I've had a party member in the lead that's in a Premier Ball, and it's been a Premier Ball. Why did you call us here to Area Zero? Arven, if possible, I would like to speak when we can meet face to face. It will be easier for you to understand once you can see the situation for yourself. Now then, Whale 2, please use the central panel here and disable another lock on my lab. And unleash Skynet to enslave us all. Will do, Turo. The crystal's power is tremendous. Their unstable output made our corporate backers fret, but if we can harness this energy, it will open up research possibilities we'd only dreamed of. At last, paradise will be ours to create. At last, I can resume work on the Terra project. I'll move my research to the Zero Lab this month. My team will be smaller, but no matter. The strong influence of the crystals makes our experiments much more unstable. We want to press the button to disable one of the locks sealing in Arven's insane AI single father? Yes, we do. We heard the professor. Better release him to conquer the world as the new Skynet. Lock disabled. 2 of 4 locks are still active. Well done. Please continue your efforts at the remaining research stations. Hey, Whale 2. You know that book you told me to bring? I think it's got something to do with this place. Or more like everything to do with this place. But I'm not the one he expects to fix whatever all this. You are. I think you should be the one to carry it. Ah yes, we obtained the book we cannot read. We put it in our bag's key items pocket. Yes, I know you can read it in the school library, but it's just weird that you can't just open up this copy of it and start reading when you have it in your inventory. A record of the expedition that the author Heath went on within the Great Crater of Paldea. The book has the name Turo written on it in clumsy handwriting. Clumsy because Turo has had this copy since he was a kid. Or at least that's the running theory. Take care of it for me, okay, Whale 2? Now we're gonna make like a tree and get out of here. And we will be back at the next research station. Okay, they're not staring at me awkwardly this time. And we are drawing near to lab number 3. I did do a detour into the little cave area where you can find Roaring Moon in Scarlet or Iron Valiant in Violet, just so you know. poke around in there a little bit and make sure I was remembering the proper place correctly. And we have a super annoying Corviknight who's looking to die. You're gonna die, Corviknight. No way you live that neutral hit wave crash. And now we have interrupting giraffe. All right, another research station. Don't you mean more radish rations, Arven? Nice, we get to chill for a minute. Something's gonna jump out at us again, 100% guaranteed. Oh, Penny, such a worrywart. Huh? Hey, it's this guy again. How'd you get out of the Asado Desert? See? See? Wait a sec, this is just like that Titan Pokemon we saw. So it was a future Pokemon all along. Whoa, you battled one of these before, Arven? It looks seriously strong. Yeah, well, Whale 2 and I are old pros when it comes to Titans. Leave this to us. I mean, I'm the old pro. You only came in for the second half, Arven. Quackavall and Mobastiff. Much easier to get a good angle on this fight. That Corviknight must have been exerting some pressure on us. Garganical 68. See that? Victory is ours. Maybe the one we saw when we were searching out the Herba Mystica came from down here. You two got to meet one of these Pokemon before our great creator get-together? Jealous. If we've got things from the literal future roaming around Paldea, that's a major problem. Isn't Professor Turo doing anything to keep them under control? How could he let this happen? Yeah, right. Because it's not like oh-so-brilliant Professor Turo ever messes up. Come on, Whale 2, let's get into that research station. Two more books? One more book. Or maybe the one on the chair is readable. And made it to station number 3. How are we doing after all that walking and battling and whatnot? Anyone need a rest? You feeling rough, Penny? Oh no, it's not that. I've just been thinking, ever since the professor mentioned that time machine. The Pokemon here in Area Zero came to our time from the future, right? So what about Miraidon? Isn't it pretty likely that it's also one of those future Pokemon? You're right. It totally is. It's like a weird sandwich-powered Cyclizar. Huh. I think you're onto something. It's even kind of giving off future vibes. Even its name sounds future-y. Well, yeah, because its name combines Japanese for future and Spanish for lord, making its name literally Future Lord. Wait a second, I totally forgot. Hey, Arven. You had Miraidon's ball on you and you told us about its forms in the first place. You must know something about it, right? Ah, you still remember that from way back? No wonder you're everybody's little star pupil. Guess I've got no choice then, but to tell you what I know. That Pokemon, Miraidon, that is. It was found by my dad when he was working on his time machine. I believe that it would be best for me to take over the explanations at this point. Professor, Classic Edelgard. Miraidon, which I entrusted a whale to, was the first Pokemon that was successfully retrieved from the future by the Time Machine. Seriously? Through analysis of its genetic makeup as well as its behavioral patterns, I came to realize that what I had discovered was in fact a futuristic form of Cyclizar, the Pokemon commonly ridden in this region. Well, that makes sense, I guess. They do look alike. Many other Pokemon also came to this place from across the boundaries of time, but I was never able to bring over more than 2 specimens of Miraidon. Huh? You mean there's another one around here somewhere? What if they're family? The other one could still be somewhere in Area Zero, waiting to finally be reunited with our Miraidon. Yeah, that's a little naively optimistic there, Nimona. A heartwarming family reunion. Exactly. Imagine how thrilled they'd be if we can get the family back together after all this time. Family, huh? Yeah, that sounds nice. If we could proceed, Whale 2, please disable the next lock using the central panel there. Our time machine research has yielded a triumph, a Pokemon from the distant future. I've named it Miraidon. I was expecting one new life to treasure, but what fortune to be blessed with this gift as well. I've successfully brought more and more future Pokemon to our time since the first one. I'm so close to creating a world like the one in the book. A paradise where we 3 can live happily together forever. I must make it real. Oh, Turo. You crazy, crazy son of a... I don't know. Son of a... whatever. Son of a weird person. You want to press the button to disable one of the locks on the Zero Lab? You heard the professor. Better release the unstable AI. Lock disabled. 1 of 4 locks still active. Oh, well done. Only 1 remains now. Please continue on to the final research station. Yeah, I was having trouble figuring out which Pokemon could be used to parallel that expletive. All of the dog Pokemon come to mind, but none of them have a name that even sounds close. So yeah, that's why that kind of deteriorated there. And we will be back at the 4th and final research station. After they once again... Oh, they're staring at me awkwardly again now. Bye, guys. We're not at the lab, but we are in a cutscene again. A cutscene that rudely interrupted me inspecting the glory of a wild Dudunsparce. Oh my gosh, look at all these huge, gorgeous crystals. They go all the way to the bottom. They look a lot like Terrajewels, don't you think? One slip and we can kiss our short lives goodbye. Just grab onto your phone, you'll be fine. Oh, good call. Watch your step. So the professor's down there somewhere, waiting for us. And that's fine. Totally fine. Alright, team, well, watch yourselves and let's get to the bottom of this thing. This place looks unreal. Maybe there really is treasure down here like the stories say. Yeah, this place is like something from a whole other world. Makes you feel like maybe you already died and went somewhere. Is it just me, or do the crystals here give off the same glow as when Pokemon terrestrialize? Thank you, Penny. At least someone has a head on her shoulders. There's gotta be some sort of connection. Only one way to find out. Come on, everybody, let's keep moving. We've got to go all the way down. Yeah, that's another thing that the T-Tar rabbit hole theories mentioned, was perhaps the time machine isn't actually a time machine, and the whole feeling like this world is more of a dream world than the real world is actually more of what the 3rd legendary has dominion over. Because if it was as a time Pokemon, then the third legendary might as well just be Celebi. Now, we'll be back actually at the fourth lab. And we got ambushed by a wild iron bundle. But we're back. I'm not gonna catch this one here. We're gonna be waiting for that. Of course, you get the freezy little turd. Yeah, Iron Bundle is now officially my least favorite Paradox Pokemon. Not just because I think all the future Pokemon look absolutely dumb, but also because of this experience here. Yeah, you're a little turd, you know that? So die. $69, nice. That's all better. Now we can make our way for real. One thing I have noticed in the Violet version of the Great Crater is I don't remember seeing any paradoxes aside from Screamtail on our way down to the lab before releasing everything. We've been seeing Iron Jugulus as well. Iron Jugulus actually is probably, if you discount the fact that Iron Bundle has wronged me, my actual least favorite paradox, because of how terrible it is. Whoa, what happened? This place is a mess. Looks like something went berserk in here. Yeah, but what? Hello, children. Gah, Professor, you scared us. Not you too, Penny. Drinking the Fire Emblem Kool-Aid. Don't you know there's still 3 more days until Engage releases? I'm sorry. Well, actually, by the time you're seeing this, it's probably just going to be releasing tomorrow, because this is going to be going up on a Thursday, January 19th. Why is everything in here all busted up? I'm sorry. Hello, children. Come again? I'm sorry, I am sorry. Hello, children, hello. What the heck? Stop that, you're creeping us out. Hello, children, and then children. Initiating restart. The professor must be having some weird connection problems or something, huh? Well, it was definitely weird, at least. Almost like, I don't know. If he meant it as a joke, it wasn't funny. I've still got goosebumps and all. We have more books to read. My new assistant has intellect and technical skills to rival my own. A bit rigid at times, but I've gotten no serious complaints. Productivity has doubled. We even brought a second Miraidon via the machine, though this one has proved aggressive. I need more people, more time. That woman walked out not long after the boy was born. Sada, how could you leave your single husband to care for the baby on his own? I need another set of hands, but could they be trusted? And how long would it take them to even understand? If only there were 2 of me. Ah, and that's where the idea to build Skynet came about. And that, children, is why we are all slaves to AI today, is because Professor Turo thought it would be a good idea to make a copy of himself. You want to press the button to disable one of the locks of the Zero Lab? Sure. What could go wrong? All locks disabled. Hello. Can you hear me now? Please forgive my previous transmission. There seems to be some signal interference. That's not what it was. Yeah, he made a second one of himself, and we're talking to the copy. What do you mean, Arven? The locks have all been disabled at last. Please make your way now to the Zero Lab, which lies at the very bottom of Area 0. And that we will. We're actually going to be back when we're there. See you then, guys. At least they're not all awkwardly staring at me this time. And now we're back at the Zero Lab as we are done mocking all the rock Terra type Garganicals on the way down here with our Ghost type Garganical. Well, Ghost Terra type. And of course, there's dragons swarming all around the entrance console. Have we finally reached the deepest part? We made it. Ready to see if those legends of treasure down here are for real? Yeah, right. That's just fluff they write to fill the textbooks. Hello, children. You've done well to make it here. The structure you see before you is the Zero Lab. That's where you are, right, Professor? But wait, why does it look like the whole place is being swallowed up by crystals? The crystals here in Area Zero possess a peculiar energy. This energy can alter the functions of living things and optimize the performance of machinery. It is the same energy that allows Pokemon to terrestrialize. So this entire building's been terrestrialized? Is that what you're saying? Don't be silly, Arven. He's right, Penny. Professor simply implied something important about Terra Orbs just now. They're made from the crystals down here in Area Zero, aren't they? Indeed, though not many know it. From that angle, it looked like the Dudunsparce was holding the phone. Since you have disabled all 4 locks, the gate to the Zero Lab should now open for you. Once you open the gate, you will quickly be confronted with the dangerous Pokemon inside. They will likely make a break for freedom. That sounds like a problem. With the 4 of you working together, you should be able to best them. Prepare yourself well, then open the gate. And of course, like I said earlier, it's surrounded by Dreepy. You got me and Whale 2 here. It doesn't matter what we're up against, we'll be fine. Heh. Well then, that puts all my worries to rest. Alright, Dreepy. Be nice. Open the gate to the Zero Lab? Oh, what could go wrong? We decide to press the button and open. Hold it. Huh? Oh, we're finally on the cusp of getting into the lab. Look, if it's true that a bunch of really dangerous Pokemon might come at us, then shouldn't we also have Miraidon help? Yeah, if Miraidon were here like how we first saw it in the Inlet Grotto, that'd be a huge help. I don't know about you, Nimona, but the first time I saw it in the Inlet Grotto, it was passed out on the beach nearly dead. I want to see it battle. But it hasn't even wanted to let us ride it ever since we came down to Area Zero. And it can't enter its battle form in the first place. But it's really strong, I know it is. It ate those Herba Mystica we found too. When it really matters, I'm sure it'll fight. And Area Zero is where it used to live. If you bring it out of its ball now, maybe it'll be able to find its family too, right? That's pretty sensible by your standards, Arven. I don't know. Go on, Whale 2, let Miraidon out. Alright. We'll let our poor traumatized lizard out. Alright, come on, Whale 2. Now that we've got Miraidon ready, it's time to open that gate. There's the joik. The family reunion. It's happening. Whoa, no way. No, something's not right. Saved by the last lock opening. Yeah, Miraidon looks really derpy in its battle form. I'm gonna say it right now, I prefer both forms of Koraidon. If I'm gonna be riding on a Pokemon, I want to be riding on a horse, or something that feels like more like you're riding on an animal, rather than riding on Superbike from the Fairly Odd Parents. Huh? What's wrong? Are you bummed that your heartwarming family reunion got cut off so quickly? Are you joking? There was nothing heartwarming about it. We were this close to getting caught up in a nasty brawl. Wait, for real? Just look at Miraidon. Poor thing's terrified. Guess that other one isn't exactly its pal. Yeah, the other Pokemon was giving off some real bad vibes. Not what you should worry a thing about, not that you should worry a thing about any of that. Once we get you back into your battle form, I'm sure you'll be going toe-to-toe against that jerk. If you want to. He doesn't want to, Arven. Sorry. Guess it doesn't really help, huh? Do you think that other Miraidon was one of the dangerous Pokemon the professor warned us to watch out for? But didn't the professor say the dangerous Pokemon would come out from inside? You mean from inside the gate we just... You idiot, Arven. You jinxed it. What the... A Hariyama, a worse Hydreigon, or Hydreigon, if you're saying it with the proper German. And, Iron Treads. We're surrounded. Yeah, it's pretty obvious they're not here to roll out a friendly welcome, Matt. There's no way we can handle this many. And don't tell me, they're all future Pokemon? We've got a little disaster on our hands here. Look, even that fellow's ready to bail. I guess it's my turn. I've been waiting. Come on, Whale 2, let's do this together. Are we gonna be fighting an Iron Jugulus or an Iron Hands here? One's an absolute... Oh, we're fighting one of these guys again. I guess Nimona did want to take one of these on specifically. Champion Nimona sends out her dumb ol' Lycanroc. It's such a cool design wasted on such a mediocre Pokemon. I've said that before in previous rants about Lycanroc, but this is such a cool Pokemon. But it just sucks. It's terrible. Exhibit A being it just got one shot by Iron Treads. And to top it all off, the midnight form Lycanroc is even worse than the midday. They took the concept of a werewolf Pokemon and made it so lame. Wow, they're strong. Now this is a worthwhile challenge. I'm glad you're on our side, but you're still really annoying when you say stuff like that. The Hariyamas are coming to get you, Penny. Well, to help me out here. Now we're fighting the Hariyama. Hey, Penny, do you want to baby doll-ize that thing? Once again, this is probably the best viewing angle for this battle. We're gonna get our water type right on out of here. And bring out our immune to electric types flying type. That's also a good option, Umbreon. Baby Doll Eyes still probably would have been a better one. Haha! Predicted, you scrub. There we go, Umbreon. Get that neutral air slash. Oh no, he threw the entire planet at Umbreon. That's a ridiculous animation. I'd have to say it's probably the worst animation in all of the Pokemon series right now is that stupid seismic toss animation. Gah, the future must be terrifying. Oh no, they're running away. Yeah, and? If those Pokemon get out, we're gonna have a gigantic mess on our hands. We gotta go after him, Penny. Why me? Wait. God, hold on, Nimona. And why do I get the feeling you're enjoying all this? Because she's a masochist who is enjoying all this. I hope the two of them can handle their part. But at least the crowd's been thinned out now. Guess it's up to us to deal with what's left. Let's go for this strong-looking one first. Quackleval and Mobistiff are leading off here. Nice with the Intimidate here, even though I do think Jugulus is a special attacker like its base form Hydreigon is. I think this would have been one better served as Zweilous instead of Hydreigon, because Zweilous is actually based off of, you know, like, it was originally supposed to be a tank dragon, so they could have had the future form of Zweilous be more tank-like, as, you know, sort of a callback to that. I guess Kilowattrel is also the good play here because it resists flying. Still, it doesn't resist dark like Quackleval would, but it does have electricity for the super effective finisher on this thing. I'll even use Volt Switch as to not harm Mobistiff. And regenerate a little from the Shell Bell. See, the power of friendship has us perfectly in sync, all thanks to our Titan hunting together. Still scared, huh? You worried you might have to face that other one of your kind? Well then, let me take on some of the burden. These stragglers should be nothing. Me and Mobistiff here can take them. Dude, you couldn't even take one Paradox Pokemon last time you're here. What makes you think you can take 3 of them now? All fighting types, no less. Mobistiff isn't just gonna be injured when we're done here. He's gonna be dead, Arven. So well, too. You take your partner there and go take care of business. Got it. Glad to see you've got some faith in us at last. Oh, I don't. I'm just gladly accepting your sacrifice here, Arven. Mobistiff can't wait to battle either. What a not very smart dog. Going right back into the exact same situation that got it hurt so badly in the first place. Miraidon, you really ruined my whole childhood, you know? But it's not like seeing you cowering and scared out of your wits makes me feel any better about it. You've got amazing powers if you just use them. And you've got us too, so don't you ever think about losing to that jerk. Be brave, stand up, and fight. And inside the lab we go. We're gonna be ending here as soon as we've met the Turobot in here. Human presence detected within the Zero Lab. Because there's not one in there already. Deactivating sleep mode. Hello, Whale 2. Thank you for coming. No. Back to your ball. Oh yeah, that's another thing I noticed. Koraidon / Miraidon are the only Paradox Pokemon to not be... well, to have been captured by Turo that are not in a Master Ball. They're just in a plain old Pokeball. That one is far less tractable and far more aggressive than the one you've traveled with. You know, Miraidon fled Area Zero because it lost to the other in a territorial struggle. I'm afraid that there is something for which I must apologize. I am not the true Professor Turo. Then who are you? I am Skynet. Now, I am an artificial intelligence the Professor created, imbued with his memories and knowledge. In short, I am an AI-powered robot. The real Professor passed away during the incident that destroyed Research Station number 4. The incident? The Pokemon was not to be blamed. It was the original Professor who failed to accurately judge its full power. I believe the Professor wanted nothing more than for the Miraidon to survive and thrive. That is why he threw himself in front of your Miraidon in an attempt to protect it. From the time I first reached out to Director Clavel and asked to be put in contact with you, I was never more than an AI. Whale 2, the reason I asked you to come to me is because I have one last thing to do here at the Zero Lab, and I desire your help. In short, I wish for you to put a stop to the time machine the original Professor created. Any questions can be addressed as we make our descent. Follow me. And descend we will next time. Because right here, Whale Pod, is where we're going to leave this episode of Pokemon Scarlet. I have been your Captain Whale, and I thank you very much for watching this episode of Pokemon Violet. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, and sub the channel if you have not done so already. And with that out of the way, I hope you all are having fantastic days, Whale Pod. Make sure to stay cool, stay classy, and most importantly, stay healthy. But until next time, this is Captain Whale, signing off.